Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TikTok class. It's a Go membership class, so let's just pick up from where we left the last time. We were talking about the traffic thinking. So it's one way that people think internetly. That's how people think on internet. It's different from how we think in a daily life than on internet. Do you realize? Have you ever even thought about this? When you get on internet, you think differently, right? When we talk to someone, like face to face, we use different vocabularies. When we get online, we become somebody else, right? We talk differently. We communicate differently, right? So we need to understand how people think online instead of understand how they think really. Okay? So yeah, let's keep going about how people think on the internet. So once we understand how they think, we know what we should be doing. We know how should we think considering about their thinkings. Okay, so the next one is breaking. Thinking. What's a breaking thinking? What does break mean? It means we break something, right? Okay, here's the example. If you do want to build up anything new, you would need to break the old one before you can build up the new one, right? And the good part about internet is it gives us all the opportunities to break any traditional thinking very easily. Okay, for example, when we do gymming, when we do exercise, okay, we need to break the old fat, the cell in the old fat, and then starts building up the new muscle of it. That's the whole theory of building up your body, right? Giving it a shape, right? That's how it works, right? Okay, so for the thinking, it's the same. If you want to give people something new, you've got to break what they are currently believing at the moment. Right? So break anything is the foundation of building up a new thing. And then we can easily break what people think on internet. For example, why are those magicians are so popular? Why magic tricks are got so many views? Why is that? It's because people do not really see those magic tricks too often in the real life. So it's breaking what people really believe. Wow, how can he just turn that into that? Right? It makes people wondering why this is happening. Okay? So anything like those kind of accounts will easily direct people's thinking from the traditional way to the internet way. Okay, so those kind of unreasonable videos, those kind of videos that really doesn't make any sense in a real life, it create more qualities of a video instead of any other ways. It's just because we're breaking how people thinking. Why people go online? Why people ever even go on internet? They're too tired of their real life. They're looking for somewhere they can think differently, they can act differently, and do not take any responsibilities for that, right? That's what internet gives people from the very beginning, right? We're taking off the time dimension, we're taking off the distance dimension, and then we bring everybody together like nobody knows each other, right? So this is the good time to break everything and then build up the new thinking. So when you create a video for people to view, you need to understand that they really want their traditional thinking to be broke and then build up something new. So when you record a video, when you go live streaming, you've got to consider the difference. So breaking thinking is about difference. difference. Okay? Get this? So do not think, okay, I'm going in there, I'm shooting something about my daily life, and everybody starts liking me. It never worked that way. Everybody got massive amount of followers. They are creating something different, something very different from the real life. Right? If you go into those videos, you can see it's very different, right? Okay, so the next one is free thinking. Free. Let me ask you a question. What do you think is the most expensive things? What are the most expensive things? How much is the most expensive thing worth on this planet? A property was 800,000 American dollars? Or an aircraft carrier? What's more expensive? Okay, let me tell you. The most expensive things on this planet are the free things. It's free. Why is it so expensive? It's free. Okay, think of this way. When a country is giving their people the social benefits, where does this money come from? It comes from the tax, right? It comes from the money that the government actually has been making from people. People create the country. The countries create the world, right? Okay, so we think the social benefits comes from the government is free, right? So they give us everything for free. We're happy. But where is it coming from? It's coming from our hard works. It's coming from our tax, right? So what is the most expensive things? Free things, right? Another example. When you are going out there to try to absorb informations or study classes, they always give you something to learn for free first, right? They give you some vouchers. They give you some coupons. We always think, oh, it's free, but is it? Is it? They're using these free things to attract us to spend more in the future. That is what we call free thinking. Okay, so on internet, we think of that way too. What are we giving people for free at the moment? If you are a creator on TikTok, for example, what are we giving people? We're giving people enjoyment for free. Right? They're watching the videos were created. Well, they're happy with it. We were making fun for them, right? Okay, so they're happy. We're making synthesis. Remember in the previous class we were talking about this, right? Okay, so all these we're giving them for free currently. What do we expect in the future back? And what do we get from this actually? Free giving them. We spend the time, we spend battery, we spend electricity, we spend data, we spend all this on our videos and give that to people for free. Why do we do it? And what do we get from here? We get traffic, right? We get traffic by giving people free videos to watch. Good videos, quality videos to watch. Right? And then we get traffic. And what does traffic mean? Once we get traffic, people get used to take free things from us. So when we get the traffic, we get them into somewhere we can create profit. It doesn't matter if we're selling things to them, to the followers, or we're educating the followers. It doesn't matter what way we do, they will follow us, they will pay for that. They will pay for what we want them to pay for because we have already controlled their things. Remember when we were talking about the followers thinking, right? So people just blindly follow us because we give them something for free. Okay, so obviously free doesn't mean bad quality. This is very important. A lot of people think, okay, this is free. You're supposed to just take whatever it is. It's free. No, it's not. Free doesn't mean a quality free. Has to be quality free ones. Because you're not the only one that can provide free things on internet. Most of the things, most of the informations on the internet are free, right? So when you give something free, you still have to consider the quality of it. So free thinking doesn't mean like I give whatever I have. It still means you have to try to create something really good quality and then give it to people. Okay, so do not think, okay, I give it to people for free. They should just take whatever it is. No. Okay, so free thinking, we've got to understand this, got a free thinking as well. Okay, next one, transboundary. What does it mean? It means you need to think of all industries. This is internet. It covers every industry ever. It's not because like I am a waiter, I'm a waitress, I'm an actor, I'm a government leader, I'm a police officer, I'm a driver. It doesn't matter what your proficiency is on internet, you need to think of others as well. Okay, for example, if you are a driver, let's say you're a taxi driver, for example, if you're a taxi driver, you're driving your car everywhere, every day. But if you put those on live, what do you give people? The geography of a place, right? A geography of a city, maybe. Right? Anything else? No, not really. But while you are driving your taxi in this city, but you record something really funny in different places, give it a meaningful story, your account or your videos becomes a totally different one. Right? Okay, another example. If you are an actor, okay, if you're an actor, you record everything about when you are working in the film industry. Right? That's your own industry. Right? What would you attract the people to? Oh, someone who's interested in film industry, right? But if you, while you are working in the film industry, but when you give people the ideas of others, but not only just film industries, for example, how to act, how to perform in front of a camera. What industry are you really in? Education, right? Right? Okay, so every industry of your own, you are facing so much pressures from your competitors. But if you go into other industries with your current skills, your advantages of your own industries, you will see it becomes a very different result. Right? For example, I can teach people how to speak English. Right? I can. I'm an English teacher. There are several millions of English teachers in China. But what if I use my language skills to teach people how to make money? See, they can only teach the language, but I can use the language to do something else. So am I a teacher anymore? No, I'm not. I'm actually a business instructor, right? So this is very different, very, very different, okay? So you've got to think, jump out of your own industry, look into other industries, and see how you can act. All right? So how those big developers transform the city Think of that way. You think they're builders? You think they're really going in there and just carry all the sand and everything, build up a building? No, that's what they don't do. What they do is they actually using the bank's money to buy land and sell it to us. We're paying back the loan, the mortgage, right? So that is what they're thinking is not from industrial. It's never really from real estate industry. What is it from? Where is it from? It's from business, right? So business people coming in, building, become builders. So they make huge amount of money. Right? Are they good engineers? Are they good builders? No. But they're good business people, right? They know how to think the business way. So this is what's the difference in between different industries. Transparently, we have to think it that way. So when you create a video on TikTok, you are showing it to different people. So it doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter what they do. So your video needs to make them feel something in their own industry. And so which means we need to find the common point in different industries, because everybody is working anyway, right? Okay, we're just working in different industries. So what's the common point in there is what we need to think and put that in the video so we attract people from different industries. Okay? So people are thinking differently on internet is because they do not act like who they are anymore. They're coming down here, they become everyone. They become everybody. So this is what we give them. Okay? Transboundary thinking. The next one. Credit. Credit thinking. Why is this so important? Because when we transform something from the traditional way into the internet way, it's all about if they are believing in it. People believe in it, people believe in everything, right? This credit thinking is what we give people on internet, and we trust each other. Okay? Because as we mentioned, we don't know each other on internet. We will never know who's really behind there. We'll never know. But why do we trust it? Why do we trust it? This is about the credit thinking. Credit, is it because more means better? No, it's not. In credit, it doesn't mean you got more credit, it's better. No. Credit is about balance. It's about balancing how people are thinking. Okay? For example, right, how do you price something? Okay? There is this t-shirt factory who's making t-shirts just for you, only for you, with your brand, your name, your design, everything is yours. So you can do whatever you want with this. Tell me, how do you price it? How much do you think your name worth? How much do you think your brand worth? So how do you price your t-shirt? You want to charge $5, $10, $20, or $50, or even $200? How much do you think you want to charge? So, when you have that in mind, it's about credit thinking. When you really want to price a thing, you don't really consider how much does it cost you, right? People probably think, okay, I paid $10,000 for the electricity this month. I paid $100,000 for the labor this month. I paid about $1 million for the machines. I paid about $2 million for the materials. So put them together. One of these pieces of t-shirt cost me about $3, so I'll sell it on for $4 or $5. Right? Most people would think that way, but on internet, It's differently. It is never about how much does it cost you to produce one thing. It's about the market. What's the demand of this t-shirt in the market? For example, Louis Vuitton, LV. These kind of brands. What's the difference in between a bag from LV and a bag from a Chinese factory? Quality? And why the price is so much different? Because people demand in this name. Right? When this very beautiful lady taking an LV bag attending a party, it brings the attention to her because of the name of LV, Louis Vuitton. Right? So this name is not about the product itself. People need this name because it brings extra things to them with this name on them. Right? So the price of your t-shirt is the same. It's not about how much does it cost. It's about how much people want it. Right? Okay, so on internet, this credit thinking is like this. When people really need what you're providing, you have your credit. Okay, you get me? So on internet, without those backups from the big banks and everything, without all those systems who are supporting, the credit comes from what? Comes from the needs. So when we are creating videos, we need to know what people really need. We give people what they need, so they'll pay for it. It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter how quality the products you have. It's what they need to see. Right? That's why we got to tell you guys from the very beginning that what people really want to see. What kind of accounts that people are really interested in. Right? So if you haven't really been very clear with what we have already talked about in the silver package trading, I want you guys to go back there and have a look at that video again. Okay? So all this is about finding out people's needs. As high as the needs are, as much credit as people are giving you. Right? So in the 16 different type of accounts you're created, it's all about what people need there. Okay? The next one, organizing thinking. Organizing thinking. What does it mean? It means on internet, it is so easy. It doesn't really cost much at all to really prove yourself from risks. Okay? So no matter what business people do, you need to protect yourself from risks, right? How to protect yourself from risks? The only way you can protect yourself from risks about doing business is never put all your eggs in one basket. Right? This is about organizing thinking. For example, I'm a farmer. Okay, I'm a farmer. I grow pigs. I sell porks. Okay, that's what I do. Right? Or I grow cows, I sell beefs. Right? That's what I do. Okay? So, one year, this was a specific year, that when the price of the meat dropped down dramatically, by 50%, it happens all the time, right? It grows, it drops, it grows, it drops. That's the risk that we have to take by becoming a farmer, right? So how do we protect that from ourselves? How do we do that? Any idea how we do that? I want you to think about this. How can you make sure you will still be very profitable even when the price of the meat are very flexible? It can be really high, it can be really low. What do we do? What we do is we organize another factory. We make them into sausage. I have a sausage factory. So when the price of the meat, it doesn't matter if it goes high, it goes low. I don't sell it anymore. I provide them directly into the next industry. I'm making sausages. Because the price of the sausages is gonna go good, right? It doesn't really jump. It doesn't really go too high. Okay, what others we can do? What else we can do? Okay, the price, the cost of me to feed my pigs and my cows is because of the food supply chain becomes really expensive. So what do? I grow corns. Right? I got a few acres of land full of corns. So it doesn't matter how much they charge me for that, for the food supply. What I'll do is I just grow it from my own land. So it doesn't matter how much the cost is for feeding my pigs and cows, I have them myself. Right? Okay, from these examples, what we can see is we have one place, we have one business. It's always risky. It doesn't matter what business is. But if I do use the transboundary thinking and organizing thinking, I'll go to the upper level and the lower level of this industry. So I protect myself from all the risks. Right? Okay, on internet, especially on TikTok, what is this about? It's about one person having multiple accounts. Right? I'll have an account for magic tricks. I'll have an account for pets. I'll have another account for training. Right? So when you have all different kind of accounts, it doesn't matter which one is facing what kind of risks, the other ones are going to work. Right? They can all just work under one brand, under one name, which is yours. That's the organizing thinking. Right? So getting different accounts. With the accounts, you're doing different things to collect the money. Remember we said there are 6 ways of making money on TikTok, right? Do not stuck with just one of them. Somebody thinking, okay, there are 500 million US dollars in the creator fund. I want a cut of that. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But it doesn't mean that you have to be only doing that, but not considering other things. Okay? So when you set up an account from the very beginning, you've got to think which direction this account is going, and what if that direction doesn't work? How to protect yourself from those risks. Okay? So keep this organizing thinking all the time, okay, in your mind. Next one, platform thinking. TikTok is a platform. We are users. Remember when we were talking about user thinking last time, right? Last class? And TikTok is a platform. They think platformly. TikTok do not really deal with anybody individually because they don't worry about that too much. They're worrying about the platform. So we've got to think the same way as TikTok does. We are a platform. Every account you're building, every business ideas you come up with, you are a platform. Right? Why do we have to think as a platform instead of as a user, as a follower, as a creator? Why do we have to? We are a creator, right? We are the user. That's what TikTok wants us to think about. And why we have to think that we are a platform. Why is that? Let's think of this way. Train platforms. How does a train platform getting profit? A train comes over, parked over here, people get on, get off, and then the train left. What does the platform get? It seems like the platform is only be there just for the service without any profit, right? Because you're paid for the train ticket. People pay for the train ticket, they don't pay for the platform. They don't charge the ticket to get on the platform, they charge for the ticket to get on the train, right? So how does the platform be profited? Okay, what happens on the platform? While we're waiting for the train, what happens? In the train station, what's there? There are restaurants. There are even massage chairs. There are advertisements on the television, right? So every clock factory, every watch factory is there to happy to provide a large clock in every train station, right? So that's what they get. So once you have a platform created, there are so many ways you can provide to your followers, to the users, right? Okay, for example, a train station that hosts about 100,000 people every day. And then you have the platform yourself. You rent one of the place to a restaurant runner, to somebody who wants to manage it, to McDonald's. They pay big for the rent, right? Because you have the traffic, right? That's the whole idea about platform. So when you create videos, when you bring people's attention onto your account, what would you do? You make a platform thing for them, right? So what you do is once you have the platform, do not be hasty at all to bring them down to your private platform. Because TikTok is a public platform. Everybody can get on, get off, get on, get off, get on, get off. Right? So whatever you do, you bring something like this to them. Okay, you bring them into your private platforms. You got what? You got WeChat group, you got WhatsApp group, right? You get every way to talk to them privately one by one when they are using your platform instead of using TikTok's platform. That's step one before you can make money. And when you have 100 or 200 people, they are following, they have the same interest in something, and they're in one group, whatever you're throwing into that group, you will make money. For example, there used to be this account. In about 17 days, I think that was about 2 to 3 weeks, okay, they were selling car models. Really beautiful one, very expensive one, about $200 each, right? In about 17 days, they create about several 500 people groups on WhatsApp. And they just do a big, large discount in there. They complete a sales for about $100,000 in one day. Okay? So that's their own platform. And then in the future, they can sell collections, they can sell sets of the car models. So that customer basis becomes a very loyal customer basis to them. Right? Think of that account from the very beginning. They were using every way of internet thinking I was talking about. From the very beginning, they show people how this car model works, how great it is, even how to make one. Is it free? Free thinking, right? And then after that, organizing things. They're not only just sell the car models, they're actually giving people all the ideas about car models. They're training people, they're educating people from the very beginning. Right? And then after that, they build up their own private platforms, dropping something that people cannot find on the internet, something is specifically just for themselves. Right? Only just using a few internet thinkings, you start making money. Very easy money. Right? And those car models, at least in China, it costs not too much. Right? Okay, so think of this platform. You are the platform. You have trains comes in, you have people comes in. So bring all them together. That's what you have. Okay? Right, the next one. Open thinking. What does open thinking mean? On internet, as we were just talking about that, right? Internet is all about breaking the dimensions. We're breaking the time difference. We're breaking the location difference. So it doesn't matter where we are. It doesn't matter what time it is. We can gather together and share the same information, right? So internet ever been created is for opening. It's just to open mind, open informations. So internet platform. Well, remember we created a platform, right? To open people's mind, to open informations to people, right? So what people is gonna pay for that. It doesn't matter people pay for their social needs, entertainment needs, whatever they really need is to open their mind, right? People needs to open. Internet is never about close. So someone's thinking, oh, can I create an account and provide the information only I have? No, it doesn't work that way. Whatever information you have is actually hiding somewhere on the internet. Once people looking hard enough, they will find it. No matter what you have, your ideas, your technologies, whatever you have, whatever information you have, it's available on the internet somewhere. You probably need to just find it harder. You probably need to pay for it. Okay, so it's there. It's available. So on internet, if we created a platform, what's the best way of making money? Selling things is, we know, right? Sell things is about business. It's the quickest way of making money, right? But what to sell? Open your mind and think of what to sell. It's about information, right? Whatever you're selling, the best way, the quickest way of making money is selling informations. As I mentioned, all informations are available on internet. Why people would buy it from you instead of just go and search for it? Because the internet make people lazy, right? Every invention, every new invention, every internet platforms is about making people lazy. For example, what would you do when you have your phone, when you're surfing on TikTok? It's like when you're boring, right? And then suddenly, wow, it's already been 2 hours. I've stayed on this thing for 2 hours already. Ever happened that to you? Yeah, it's because it makes people get lazy. Right? Think of that. A few decades ago, we can only what? We can only cook. Right? You cannot go eat anywhere else. You have to go home and cook. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Right? And then after that, restaurants being created. People can go eat outside so that it makes people lazy. They don't want to cook anymore. right? People don't cook anymore. And then what happens? It's not that we don't even cook anymore, it's that we don't even go out to eat anymore. We order deliveries. We stay at home, wait for the food cooked and come to me. Right? So every invention, everything on internet is making people lazy. It's the same thing. So whatever informations you can gather together worth something on internet. Right? What I'm getting you guys today, what I'm talking about today, it is available online. If I'm not talking about it, it's okay. You will be able to find it online if you search hard enough. Okay? But why are people still paying me for these classes? It's because I got all these informations together. People can just be lazy and go there, get the informations, and use these informations to create a more profitable account, to get better money. This is all about internet. It's open and it gives everything you need. It speeds everything up. So we've got to get this open thinking. So think about this. Now answer this question. Let's try to answer this question again. Can we create something and just keep it to ourselves? Because this is only what I have. Nobody has it. It should have worth like $1 million US. Can we do that? Not on internet. It doesn't matter if you execute your idea or your products very soon. In the probably next day, you see somebody else created it. So on internet, everything is open. It's about your speed. We're always talking about speed. Speed becomes from the beginning, right? We need to execute what we have, our plan, and then just keep it going, right? I know 99% of people after this class, after you listen to this class, you'll just go to do whatever you do. You forget about all this. You were so encouraged. You are so encouraged at the moment. I know I'll be creating good videos from right when I finish this. And then I'll be getting a lot of followers. I'll be getting a lot of money. And then when you hang up the phone, and then it becomes just, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah, 99% the people on this planet will do that. That is why just 1% people is making money. And the other one is spending money and struggling about money. Right? Okay, so open your mind. Do not think internet can be closed. No, it can't. It's always open. Right? Next one. Let go. Yes, that's right. On internet, you've got to learn how to let go. Yeah? So there are a lot of people think like I create something. I spend so much time, effort in it, I created something. And why people just don't like it? You have to like it. I worked so hard for it. I love it. Does it work on internet? No, it doesn't. Not at all. So when something like that happened, you've got to just let go. Okay, let something go. Create something new is what internet is giving you. That's the opportunity of fixing things. Okay, currently, with all the education systems on this planet, do you think they can give you enough experience of teaching you what tomorrow is gonna be? What's tomorrow gonna like? Anybody can tell you what future is gonna be like. And even if there is someone who's telling you what future is gonna be like, are you going to believe that? We're not. So what's the future is gonna be like? The only thing we know what's the future gonna be like is when the future is there. We want to know what tomorrow is gonna like. We can wait until tomorrow and see what's it like. Right? But while we're waiting, we predict what's tomorrow like. Right? What do? We try. Right? That's simple. We try. We keep trying. So while you're trying, there are a few things you need to keep in mind. When you are trying for tomorrow, something you're trying is gonna be there for tomorrow. Something you're trying is not gonna work tomorrow. How do we tell? Only when we learn how to let go. So if you want to speed up, because no one can give you the experience about how to predict tomorrow. That doesn't really exist. So what do? Is when we try as many times as we can. When we see this is a failure, we just let go immediately and then we try other ways again. So if you don't feel you can let go on internet, you will never get the speed, right? If you don't have the speed, how do you tell the needs? Right? So everything is related to each other. We need to let go. So that is why a lot of people you see, they have many of these accounts. They try this, they try that, they try the other one. But eventually, only in about 2 weeks' time, they know which one to let go, which one to keep, which one is gonna work. So going for something new, you have to let the wrong one go. Okay? So this let go thinking is very important. Because if you don't let go, people will let go. Right? So when you see a video you like, you'll finish it. When you see a video you don't, you just let go, right? So it doesn't matter if the creator let it go or not, you let go. When everybody let it go, if the creator still hang on to it, you think they're gonna make anything successful? No, it's the same thing, right? So when we are creating something, when we see it's not the right direction, we let go. Oh, this is my account. I've been having this account for 2 months. For 3 months already, for 6 months already. I recorded all my life. I put so much time and effort in it. Does that mean anything really in business? No, it means nothing. Whatever video you have on that account is not a profitable account you've got to let it go. So that is why we suggest almost everybody, if you have just decided to earn some money on TikTok, you better start with a new account anyway. With a new phone, with a new account, everything settled from the very beginning. Okay? So, let go thinking. Next one, connecting thinking. Internet is about connecting, right? It's connecting people from different part of the world with whatever different time. Right? Okay, so it's not only connecting people, it's connecting everything. It's connecting the ideas, it's connecting all the manufacturing, it's connecting everything together. So we should know that the internet is trying to connect people. So it's very clear, what is this platform really for? It's about connecting, what's it really for? What's the connecting part in the business chain? Which part it should belong to? Which part? Okay, here it is, okay. So in a business, when you think of marketing, and then you think of sales, and then you think of manufacturing, right? And then you think materials, right? So this is a business chain from the very beginning down to the providing, okay? So the platform, internet, is all about marketing, right? We've heard all this, like O to O, online to offline, right? Online to offline, and then we also heard like internet plus, whatever vocabulary they use to describe internet business. It's still a business. A business is always about this. It doesn't have to be a product. It can be information. It can be anything, okay? But the internet only carries the marketing part. For example, e-commerce business. People are buying food online. Can people eat food online? Well, at least not now, right? We don't see the future, but at least at the moment, I can't really eat through my computer. What I can do, I can check on the comments of a restaurant. I can check on the comment of a delivery from a restaurant. I can see the pictures, menu, price, everything, right? So that is all about marketing. And then eventually, from online to offline, I eat at home when they deliver food to me, right? So on platform, it doesn't matter from TikTok or from other e-commerce business online or even their own shop website. It doesn't matter where we get information online. It's all about marketing, right? For example, have you ordered anything from online and then find out like this is not exactly like what they described? It's so much different from the pictures they showed. It happens, right? It will keep happening. It's because online is only a part of e-commerce business, and offline is another part of it, a very important part. So online can complete the market and maybe the sales, or maybe a part of the sales. It depends on what industry it is. But connecting thinking, what are we connecting? We're connecting the customers by marketing something to them with the brand together. That's what a platform is doing. Right? Do you remember we're talking about a platform? The train comes, right? There are people getting on the train, and then we have a restaurant right beside the platform. Right? It's the same thing. So platform is about marketing. So when we're thinking connecting, internet is connecting. So whatever internet really is connecting, that's what we have. Right? Connecting people, connecting brands to people, connecting people to people. That's what our platform is doing, connecting thinking. So internet is all about connecting. When we're connecting something or somebody together, it completes the marketing part of a business as well. So when we create a video on TikTok, we will have to think about who are we connecting, or what kind of products or people are we planning to connect together. So recording a video, once you hit the button on your phone to start recording a video, you've got to think all this internet thinking way, right? Okay, connecting. Next one, big data. And everything online is about data, right? We pay for data to get online, right? So everything online is collecting data. For example, it's not only you have followers on the platform, it's about what kind of followers they are. What's your follower structures, and then who's paying you for this data, for this big data you have. For example, this very beautiful girl account is teaching girls how to become beautiful, how to use makeups, okay? So these kind of accounts, when you do the structure analyze, you will see 1 million followers, 89% of them are girls, right? So companies will buy this big data from you, but not buying your followers because it's your platform. Everybody comes here because of you, not because of them. But what they want to buy is their data. They will not say, okay, I'll give you the website and then get people all on there and buy things from us. They're not that stupid. They will not do that. And that is not business. That's sales. It's not going to happen. We're only doing the marketing part, remember? By connecting people. So what they really want, what they're really paying for is this big data. They will know 89% of the girls follows you because of your lessons about makeup. But also, they know this 89% of girls will need something else. Right? Okay, for example, there is this college girl. She's from China. She was making a lot of money by selling condoms to girls. But would she really attract girls to her platform by telling them I'm selling condoms? No. What she does is she got to these girls, teach them how to dress, right? How to choose brands of bags, of clothes, fashions, right? So transboundary. The girl is teaching other girls how to make ups. But eventually, in the private data collection system, the condom company is supporting her, making a lot of money. Right? So if you think internetly, everything becomes available. Right? So do not stuck with one industry. Do not stuck with one idea. Do not stuck with one account. Okay? So this big data. So when you have followers, you need to understand them. You need to analyze their data. And that data is what others are going to pay to get. Okay? Last one. Internet of Things. We're always thinking internet is for people. It is for people, but it's not for people only. Eventually, internet will connect everything together. Digital business is gonna be the next page. Okay, so Internet of Things eventually will become like this. When you're at home, before you finish your last cans of Coke from your fridge, the supermarket next door has already noticed that. They will call you, do you need another cans of Coke? It's already happened. Artificial intelligence has already gave this the very beginning frame of the Internet of Things. I want you to think of this. When you are, as a user, when you get on TikTok, do you feel that they keep recommending the type of video you want to see to you? How did they do that? How do they know what you want to watch? Why others are seeing different kind of videos from what type of videos you are seeing? Why is it? That's the Internet of Things, the way of thinking that. They have already got your habits, they got through the big data, they got everything you need, and they keep recommending things to you. So let's go back to the very beginning when we were talking about this. We provide what TikTok needs, and TikTok provide viewers to trade with us, right? Okay, so eventually when you keep people on TikTok, so TikTok can keep recommending what they're looking for to them, and then suddenly, boom, recommend to something that they really need to buy. They pay for it. That's what TikTok wants. That is the very beginning frame of Internet of Things. Right? It's already happening. So we need to think of this way too. What kind of people on internet is looking for what kind of videos? So we create those kind of videos for them for free to watch. eventually TikTok will give us more and more viewers, we'll get more and more followers. When we have the followers, we have their big data, there will be a lot of people who wants to pay for that. Then we get rich. So if we understand how people think on internet, we think their way of thinking, we get to whatever they are thinking. We can turn whatever they are thinking into the way we want them to be. So we can make money. So making money online, the very basic knowledge is about to understand how people think online. So there are about 24 ways of how people think online. We have already been through them in the last 2 classes. Really think everybody needs to keep this in mind, because in the next class, we will have them in use. So I want everybody to go through everything again and again before you hit the next video to see how exactly we're going to use their thinking into real money making way. Okay? Thank you. That'll be all for now.